Right, welcome to our magical trip. Everything's already gone wrong. My lights, let's zoom in on them. My lights are hit by my next door neighbour, so now they are made with hot glue gun sticks. My BMW's meant to be lifted, but it didn't really lift it that much. I put giant tyres on it, and they scrape. There's Blake's car, it works really well, everybody can hate him. Everything's good, the tyres are normal, they're called Yokohamas. Yeah, everything's fine. Here's the Fox. The Fox is fitted with BMW wheels with spacers to hub adapters and these ginormous wheel fenders. What are they called? What are these things called?
Mud flaps.
Mud flaps?
They're just wheel arches, wheel flaps.
Wheel arches.
Wheel arches.
And on the front, there's a light bar and a rope.
I love the fact that you've not even taken the body paneling out. You've just screwed them in. Look at that. It's still...
Beep.
This is hilarious.
Is there anything on your car that doesn't work? Right, let's go look at what it should look like. Explain it then, Blake.
Right, so what we've got here, this side is survival, this side is sleeping. Push the front seat forward. I can't because there's a big bag there.
Right.
But I sleep here, open this in the morning.
Right, take us for a tour of the inside of this magnificent beast.
Right.
There's a lot of shit.
How's a 6'2" male going to sleep in here?
Well,
With a
we're gonna
5...
find out.
It's actually a mess in here, but I've wedged this in that. Look at that little charging station for it. Percy's car seat is still in here because, well, I had to take him to school. I'm a dad. If you're wondering what the beeps are, that's where I couldn't work out how to get rid of swearing.
So we've stopped at somewhere called the Blue Cow Inn because the spacer actually isn't on properly, which is wobbling the entire wheel.
But the wheel is secured to the spacer, so that's not... it could have been worse. Well, now we're stopped. I feel it's time that I might find a ration pack snack. This is a British Army ration pack. In it is everything I need for foods.
When you
So-
pull into the exit, I'll be at
Wait.
I'll be at Travelodge because that's where I can hear you guys.
Shut up, Blake. I think I'm going to go with fruit flapjack as my snack. It's got meals and everything in it, but it doesn't have bread or toast. And I wondered why it came with jam. Did you just eat the jam? There'll be lock and wheel nuts somewhere. Now we have some wonderful stickers. Whoop, nearly walked into a car. Hey! A coffee! We have had many breakdowns, but it's just because we keep checking to see Tom's wheel. Is the wheel on? Yes, it's still on. And we can't get the nuts on or off, so his wheel's just kind of wiggling around like that. But it's fine, it's probably okay. It's still a wheel, and he has 4 of them on there, so it could be worse. How many miles from Scotland did you say? No. And it's dinner time in the back of the BMW. Everyone wants to know, is the wheel update? How's the wheel doing?
It's on there.
It's still on there. It's terrifying to drive in when you're going 70 because I feel like that's when you have the most chance of death happening. Not so bad on the smaller roads because you feel like it won't be so much death. Terrible when you're going really slow because you hear it rattle.
In my new Scotland neck pillow. loving life. Are we here? Is this it?
This is it.
It's 4 AM. Sleeping on a wooden board in the back of my BMW was the worst idea I've ever had. My car's lovely to drive here, but it's not a very good camper van. It's a much better car than it is camper van. I'm not cold. But I'm sleeping on a wooden board. Right, I tried to get up the hill. Didn't work. Now Tom. Go Tom. Speed and power. Take it easy, you'll get up it. Maybe you won't. That's really stuck. We had to access 110% of our brain power to figure out ways of getting this car out. I've got to be able to ratchet it. Yep! As you can see, 110% was not enough. We needed more brain power. Maybe 180% of our combined brains. Let go this one, Penny. A combined brain power of 180% was clearly not enough. I was beginning to worry that the RAV4 would be there forever, as the clutch was smoking pretty bad. Yeah. It's very stuck and the clutch is smoking. I think it's time for a cup of tea. So, the car has been jacked up. Things are put underneath the wheel. And then we're hoping that we can break a piece of wood that's in front of it and it will come out. Yay! And then we'll have a cup of tea. At this point, we had completely given up on using our brains and was just using brawn to push and yank until it came out.
Right, and God, our fucking saviour, help us lift this motherfucking RAV4 out this time. Right. 1, 2, 1. Hold me now! Yeah! It's finally time for a cup of tea!
You can't quite see how deep the hole is. Yeah. Grumio, stand in the hole so we can see how it was in there.
That's 2 feet.
And Grumio's 7 foot tall, so...
That's 2 feet.
I'm not really sure why I think this is fun. It's January, the weather is miserable. I slept on my wooden board bed last night and I didn't even know my back could ache like this. I didn't know it was a thing. This looks like a railway bridge, but it's impossible to tell as I never went up there and don't know anything about Scotland. These roads are excellent to drive on, especially if you have a fast car. And I know we took this out of these tyres at the start of my video. The Landvigators are actually really grippy in the wet. Jesus! We just stopped. Well, yeah, I just said we just stopped. We just stopped because lock, or the sea, I don't know, whichever one it is.
This is tidal.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure this is tidal.
Well then, if it's tidal,
You got kelp.
Yeah,
that's the sea! So anyway, got a slingshot, and I need to fucking see. Stop swearing! I need to see if I can find a rock that will skim. But out of the catapult. That's the dream. Wow, that's class. That looks good. Alright, let's try that. Penny, whoa, can you hold my camera?
I have found the ultimate skimmer.
We need to see if this is facing you, facing your...
Tell you what, Cam. Look at that, look.
Right.
Look, it's a stone
With a tree.
with a tree.
Show it on the camera, Penny. We need to see the stone with the tree.
Stone in a tree.
Yeah, well,
Are you ready
okay.
for the skim deluxe?
This one looks like an apple.
Don't eat it. My tyres now.
So I was like, oh, my goodness.
It's okay though.
Yeah, it's only.
It makes a hideous sound when you're driving. Do you remember that bit where it went like over and then to the left? I was skidding the whole way. Beep! I was gonna go into the other thing and I just let go of the brakes. Fuck it. I mean, I just let go of the brakes. Not swear word.
That was a good road, man.
That was good. And we've come all this way. I don't know if you're going to see it on the GoPro, but we'll put some of Blake's pictures in it.
The Stell waterfall.
Yeah.
That's the lower falls.
Is
So
there
you can go down there.
Is there a more impressive one?
Yes, that's where we're going to now.
Okay.
That's Stell waterfall.
We'll wait for wobbly wheels to come. Yeah. Look, I'm at a waterfall. This waterfall is incredible. There's the stream, but watch this, running. What the fuck? I mean, technically I didn't swear then. Look at that. That is ice cold. Yeah. We're on a quest to find a waterfall.
We're going on an adventure.
But there's waterfalls everywhere here. But none I can bath in. Look at that. We have found it. It's actually ridiculously warm in Scotland today. It's so warm. There's the mountain. Wonderbar. Oh. So last night I didn't camp. I stayed in a little apartment cottagey thing because my neck was fucked from the other night, but I feel great today. So there's the car, and look at that. Absolutely stunning. Everywhere here is beautiful. And there's always a seagull in the air. That must just be so great to live out here and just get on your little boat, blast it across the loch. Or sea, I'm never sure whether it's the loch or the sea. Let's go catch up with everyone else. That is such a cool bridge. Here we go again, Blake saying something offensive. We're in Fort William, and this person over there has their Christmas tree up. You're impossible to film, Blake.
How befitting they have a Royal Bank of Scotland here.
Yeah. What a great place to bank with, 2008.
Mountain Warehouse.
Seeing as though most of this is about motoring, here's Henry Ford. He wanted to prove how good his car was. So, he drove it to the top of Ben Nevis. Now we're going to the West Highland Museum. Go away, Blake. I'm going to edit Blake's voice out of this whole thing. So, if you're wondering why that guy doesn't speak. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Well, we're here. We're waiting for you to come.
Oh, you knew we were coming.
Well,
Are you Mystic Meg?
I hope I'm not in my...
No, it's facing his chin.
He's facing himself.
Oh yeah, it's facing me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's just got this angle right now.
We've got 8 rooms altogether, and we have on the 2 floors, and each of the rooms has its own theme, so you can miss one out if you're not really particularly
I'm guessing
interested.
they all have the theme of Scotland, though.
Oh, yes.
That's what we come here for.
My attention span had completely diminished at this point, and as the lovely lady babbled on, I could just feel my life dripping away.
It's actually quite interesting to see once you get in there.
It really wasn't. Scotland basically just had fights with each other. When they weren't fighting us, they were fighting each other, and when they were fighting us, they were fighting each other. They just loved arguing with each other. I'm not entirely sure why. Probably land. Probably because they're I really think it's just because they're Scottish. They're a different breed of people. Here we are. Here's a man called Henry Alexander. Wherever. Ben Nevis. Give her any money?
I did it on the card payment. There was a card payment.
Blake, you have to flirt with every old lady.
For it.
Oh,
I got given these dashing looks, I got to put them to use.
yeah, I guess.
Where do you want to go now?
Oh, let's have a walk around, see what we can see. Literally have to stop you talking on every video. It's just pointless, Blake. See, just nothing is coming out of his mouth. I'm going to somehow edit. That's better. We're in the birthplace of Colin McRae, so obviously there are rally tracks everywhere, and they say that you can do whatever you want on them, and it's not a problem. Here I am cooking breakfast when disaster strikes. So, let's have a look at the bloody tyres. I just stepped in my own poo! In the night time, I'd got up and done a poo on the floor, and also, by the looks of it, I'd weed into a bag. I'm so glad I filmed that. I think maybe at first I felt like it could just be a wee, so I'll just try and wee into a bag, because I didn't want to get out and be cold. But then when it turned into a number 2, I had no other option but to exit the vehicle. Apparently I'd completely forgotten about it, but I did clean it all up and put it in the bins. I actually carried the poo in the car for a while, but I forgot to put it in the bin, and it smelled bad. So when the smell arose as the car warmed up, I quickly found a bin.
Can't believe that.
It's just one of those days.
The sleep was terrible, and look at me, I don't look great, but the driving absolutely makes up for this. The road, I think it's called like the A88 or something like that. It must have been A82, because that's the name of the cafe, so that's probably the name of the road. It was 5 degrees on the other side of the hill, or 4, I can't remember, and it's 0 here. It's icy. Look at that. That does look good.
I'll accept Taylor Swift for this food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
Taylor Swift can stay.
It's a boutique cafe.
We're going through the Cairngorms today. So,
We are. And it's a 5.5 hour drive, so we're willing.
yeah.
Adamant.
Because otherwise tomorrow's drive is going to be 9 hours, and that doesn't seem...
That sucks. That's like
That's not
a stop every 3 hours, and that's still boring.
3 hours is long. I need to stop every hour.
Do you want to? Oh,
I've never seen this before. Apparently it's called a rosti. White pudding, haggis, black pudding. Well, you know where everything else is. It's an egg. Fear food envy now, look at that. None of the diesel pumps seem to stop here. It's Scotland's fault. It's not mine. The man in the cafe said it's fine for me to have a shave in the dark toilet. That's why there's a bit of tissue there. Right, off to the Cairngorms we go. At some time, I think I should have spoke about the lady that we met down by the place that had that really cool bridge that I took a film of. And she was telling us stories about the slate mines and how they loaded up onto the boats like outside her house, and it's a conservation area. She used to farm mussels, was telling us all about that. And then she told us about the MacDonald family and the massacre at Glencoe. And she's like, you don't know about the Glencoe massacre? And I was like, what? I've not heard of that in the news. And she was getting quite emotional about it, and I'm thinking, oh no, this just seems so bad. Like, what has happened to her, the people that she lives with? And so she starts her story after saying how emotional it gets her, that in 1645 is when the massacre occurred. A fun fact about her, she had had 3 English husbands and is now single now, and I think maybe she should have tried a Scottish one at some point, because they're different to us. Is when you're out here and you hear about their history and how they were, and like, I don't know, they were still fighting each other, like real going hard for that. I should have paid more attention in the museum, but they were going at each other. They were really doing it all the time, like Vikings. And we just weren't. We were chilling in the flatlands, having a great time. Everyone's having some medieval music, great time. Here, bah, bah, bah. They're hurting each other. When they were fighting or just walking anywhere, they'd have had to have slept outside. And I very much doubt they would have had a 2010 BMW 330 diesel LCI. They just wouldn't have had that. Tonight I am staying in a spa hotel. I want to have a bath. I want to chill out. I want a nice sleep, because tomorrow is a very long drive. And I just want to hammer it back, get home, see my family. That could have been bad. This is so much effort. I have to run back to the car. I need a film crew. I came here to do this, and even though there's not much, there's enough. See if I can remotely remember how to do this. Obviously, I could not remember how to do this and fell over immediately. And I'm going. Yeah, it's gonna hurt a lot. Kind of got the hang of it on the halfway down. I'm gonna see if I can. Blake! And I proceeded to have no idea of what I was doing. One, two, three, and I'm down on the floor again.
Yeah, I've had enough, I have.
That wasn't really snow. That's ice. And when you hit the ice, that hurts. Hello. Another exhausting drive. If you look there, I am on mile 787, but we have made it to Stirling Castle, where I have no idea about what anything happened here. Yeah, and Grumio wants battered Mars bar. That's the sole reason why we've come here. Travelled all of Scotland in search of a battered Mars bar. So, Stirling Castle, the place where the battered Mars bar was invented. Since I know nothing else, that's what happened here. Maybe they invented the fried pizza, because they, you know, Scottish people love that. I heard someone else laughing in the car park when I said the. Yeah, their laugh is a confirmation that this place is the birthplace of the battered Mars bar, and there's a statue to commemorate. That is the man. Let's go and check it.
Check that out.
But tell me if I'm wrong. He is the inventor of the battered Mars bar. It's a bloody wall.
There is a bloody wall.
I was expecting to be able to walk round him, but yeah, probably not going to do that. There he is, King Mars. Oh no, it's King Robert the Bruce. 1314. I don't know if he lived or died then, but he was certainly around inventing battered Mars bars. The eating of the battered Mars bar will conclude this video of Scotland.
I think so.
So we're going to have to find it. It appears Scottish Christmas lasts longer than ours. Here we are.
Let's just go around the shop.
Blue Lagoon. So I've gone with deep fried pizza and chips. And Blake, you have a...
Deep fried burger.
Oh, I thought it was a steak.
It's a burger.
Let me see. That's not a steak, is it? That's a weird shaped burger. Penny has normal food and Tom has a deep fried pizza. My first bite, I'm enjoying this. Way more than I thought I would.
What is it?
It's bread inside a...
Bread inside bread?
No. There's batter, then just a regular pizza.
It's quite nice, is it?
Yeah, confusing.
It's like a chocolate bar covered in batter. What a drink.
And there you have it, a whole trip to Scotland for that one brief, bleak moment. There really isn't enough batter on this. I'm gonna get you a better battered Mars bar, Tom.